All right, folks, once again, I am Tom Downey. You can follow me on Twitter at WhatGoingDowney for more NFL coverage. We're at about the midway point of the NFL season, so let's take a look now at how the MVP race stacks up as we sit. First up at number 10, how about Adam Thielen? Now, I know that Adam Thielen isn't going to win the MVP award. Jerry Rice was the last receiver to actually win, but what he has done this year is so incredible and so impressive, he has to be at least at number 10 on this list. He's had 8 straight games with 100 yards receiving. That's incredible. Only the great Calvin Johnson has done that before Adam Thielen. And as of right now, he is on pace for 1,850 yards. That would put Thielen top 5 most all time. You've got Calvin Johnson, of course, at number 1 when he almost had 2K. Julio Jones in 2015, the same year that Antonio Brown had over 1,800. Sorry, AB kind of got overshadowed on that one. And then Isaac Bruce and Jerry Rice, funnily enough, also did it in the same seasons. And shout out to those 3 guys because that was a little bit of a different era there. So Adam Thielen, I know he's not going to win. Receivers don't win the MVP award. But what he has done this year has been so impressive, he deserves at least a shout out there at number 10. All right, so we'll go down to number 9, Deshaun Watson, and he's helped himself out because the Texans have now won 5 straight games, and he's playing through all kinds of injuries. That chest area is really banged up for him. He took a bus to a game, which I actually think if you got to take a bus to a game rather than fly because they're worried about how your body will react to flying, maybe you shouldn't be playing football. Just throwing that out there. But either way, what Watson has done this year is very impressive. Houston's back on track. He's coming off the torn ACL. The interception to TD ratio isn't really ideal. 15 TDs, 7 picks. Did have 5 TDs last week, though. He's also a good runner there. I don't think he'll win. I think he'll be in the discussion. That's why he checks in there at number 9. If Houston makes the playoffs, he could end up being a top 5 candidate this year. Also, watch out for one Andrew Luck. If the Colts get things turned around, we know the quarterbacks always end up putting up big numbers, and Luck has certainly done that this year. All right, number 8 is Aaron Rodgers. Now, Rodgers is still carrying the Packers. Here's the thing, though. Fair or not, we know the NFL MVP award also matters to win games. If you win 8 games, if you win 7 games, you're not going to be in the discussion. And frankly, and I know maybe Packers fans don't want to hear this Packers team is not this good. They're not a good football team right now. Aaron Rodgers will will them to, I think, around 8 wins, but I'll be surprised if they win 10 games. If they do, Rodgers will be a lot higher. He's put up decent numbers, maybe not the accuracy that you want, but again, playoffs matter for the MVP race. I don't think Aaron Rodgers falls in that category. Another quick mention here, a guy we don't have in our top 10, Russell Wilson, who I love, hasn't actually put up the numbers so far this year to justify a top 10 spot. Rodgers will always be in the discussion, but I don't think this year is the year he ends up winning NFL MVP. I also don't think it's the year that he wins another Super Bowl. And frankly, at this point in his career, he's not getting any younger. Will Aaron Rodgers ever win another Super Bowl? Give me a like for yes, a laughy face for no. Given how much of the cap his contract takes up, I think it's a reasonable response to say no. He's not going to win another Super Bowl. It's tough to win them. I think we all know that by now. Some great quarterbacks never win one. Hello, for example, Dan Marino. So I think Rodgers is only going to win one, which I hate saying because I love him. I think he's one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the NFL right now. Even Tom Brady agrees, but I don't think so. All right, number 7, Jared Goff. And look, the reality is that Todd Gurley, who we'll get to here in a little bit, is going to cut in and frankly ruin Jared Goff's MVP oath. But he's been great this year. This Rams offense is stupid good. They're putting up unreal numbers, unreal production, and Jared Goff, 67.6% completion percentage, has thrown for well over 2,000 yards already this year. Could approach potentially a 5,000-yard season if he gets going a little bit more here. But Jared Goff is tied for 3rd right now in passing yards, or 3rd in passing yards, tied for 3rd in touchdowns, and is actually 2nd in yards per attempt. Jared Goff has played really, really well this year. They're your top 5 NFL passing leaders. We'll get to Mahomes, I promise. Kirk Cousins not on this list. Eli Manning, believe it or not, folks, is actually 4th, in large part because he's played the extra game and because the Giants throw it because they're terrible. That's what's going on there. Matt Ryan, low-key having a very good year for a Falcons team that is just banged up on defense. All right, number 6, Tom Brady. You can pencil him in the top 10 every single year as long as he's healthy. And even some years, if he's out for the year, some people still think Brady should win NFL MVP. Now, you can always count on him to be in the NFL mix, but as opposed to other years, I don't know if Brady's really having that NFL MVP caliber season. The lack of a ground game has probably hurt him a little bit, but he hasn't put up the same unreal numbers that he has in the past. He's completing almost 69% of his passes. Nice, Gronk appreciates that. 2,200 yards, but 16 TDs, 7 interceptions. Those aren't quite prime Brady numbers that we're used to seeing. Now, I'm not knocking Brady and saying he's bad. I'm saying he's not a top 5 MVP candidate. And there's been a buzz lately about the Rodgers-Brady debate, with Brady offering quite a bit of praise for Aaron Rodgers. So who would you rather have at quarterback right now? Type B for Brady and type R for Rodgers. Now, I'll make note here, those two teams, those guys play each other this week. 5.5-point favorites for the Patriots on the road. And if you want to bet on that game, do it at chatsports.com/bet with BetDSI. Use promo code LIVE120 for a 120% deposit bonus. What that means is, put down $100. They'll give you $120 for free to bet with. So you got $220 in your account to bet with on BetDSI. You are playing with house money. Even if you get some games wrong, you're going to make a lot more money back thanks to that 120% deposit bonus. Again, folks, chatsports.com/bet. The promo code is LIVE120. All right, into the top 5 then. Number 5 is Phillip Rivers, and I think he's flying under the radar right now. Probably because he is the secondary LA team, and the Chiefs get a lot of hype in the AFC West, and for good reason on both of those. But Rivers is completing 69% of his passes, is tied for 3rd in touchdown passes, has only 3 interceptions, and is 3rd in yards per attempt. Rivers has had a fantastic season. Now, I don't think he'll win. He's getting overshadowed by the other LA guys and by Mahomes, and there's good reason for that. But Rivers has had a fantastic year this year for a 5-2 Chargers team. Just keep that in mind, folks. He has done a fantastic job this year. That's why I've got him at number 5 in my NFL MVP power rankings. All right, into number 4, a guy that I think it's way too much hate, and by the way, might be having his best year ever, at least as a pure passer. Cam Newton is completing 66% of his passes. Cam Newton has never been that accurate before in his NFL career. Shout out Norv Turner, I was wrong. You've made Cam Newton a better player. He's still great on the ground. Yeah, the yards aren't all overly impressive. The TDs are still pretty solid, though. I think, at least in terms of a pure passer, and the ground game is still there too, this is the best version of Cam Newton we've ever seen. Not as many TDs as NFL MVP season, but accuracy-wise, as a pure passer, this is the best version of Newton. I have been so impressed by how well he has done this year. I think it's overshadowed because they're the Saints and because it's the Panthers and all that. But I think Newton deserves to be number 4. And I'll make note, though, there is a steep drop-off from number 3 to the rest of the group here. At number 3 is Drew Brees. I know it's only the mid-ish way point of the year. I think there's a pretty clear top 3 contenders right now for the NFL MVP. And Drew Brees is playing out of his damn mind. Yeah, the yards aren't that great. A 14-to-1 interception ratio for touchdowns. 77.4% of his passes. I can't even do that in Madden. Drew Brees is putting up unreal accuracy numbers right now. He's still putting up stupid good numbers. Now, I'll make note, it's kind of a weird year overall because 5 guys are above 70%. But by the end of this year, Drew Brees is going to break his own mark, I think. Look at the highest completion percentage, marks in the NFL history. Brees has 3 of them. Now, we'll give Drew Brees the edge over Ken Anderson because Ken Anderson was really more 70.55. But, folks, I think it is a crime that Drew Brees has never won NFL MVP. Give him the award this year, I say, and make it a lifetime award because he deserves one. And unfortunately, that's not how the NFL voters operate. And I hate to say this, but I don't think he's going to. He should have won one already. That defense has robbed him of several. I think Drew Brees deserves an NFL MVP award, but I don't think he's ever going to get one. All right, number 2 now is Todd Gurley. And Gurley is by far the best halfback in the NFL right now. 800 yards, 11 TDs, plus 351 through the air and 4 scores. Here's the thing, though, with Gurley and why he's only number 2. Running backs don't win NFL MVP awards. Only one has done it in the last 11 years, and in most cases, they're setting up historic numbers. And Gurley's having an incredible year. 28 TDs, on pace for over 2,200 yards from scrimmage. But those aren't going to be record-breaking numbers. So Gurley deserves MVP consideration. That's why he's at number 2. I just don't know if he's actually going to win because we know how hard it is for a halfback to win NFL MVP. And oh, by the way, Jared Goff, fair or not, will also eat into some of Todd Gurley's consideration there. Now, if you guys want a Todd Gurley jersey or a NFL player jersey that you don't already have, pay attention. Here's how you can get one of your own. All right, it's easy to enter, maybe easy to win. We have a special Week 9 fantasy game set up through FanDuel. If you beat 19 of our friends, you're taking home an NFL jersey. So to get entered, it's super easy. FanDuel.com/chatsports. Again, FanDuel.com/chatsports. That is the link. Not just FanDuel, it is FanDuel.com/chatsports. Now, once you're signed up, send us your username at chatsports on Facebook, on Twitter, or on Instagram, and we will get you the rest of the deals and get you that special game invite link. Again, FanDuel.com/chatsports. Oh, by the way, FanDuel will give you $5 once you sign up and deposit. So take advantage, folks, and see if you can get yourself an NFL jersey of your choice. On now to number one. You actually see his jersey there on screen. It's Patrick Mahomes. He deserves to be number one, right? What Mahomes is doing this year is incredible to me. And I knew the upside was there. I am so impressed and even surprised that he's had such a minimal adjustment time. 26 touchdowns, 6 interceptions. He is on pace, folks, to throw for 5,052 yards this year. He leads the NFL in passing yards and touchdowns. And we know the NFL MVP often goes to the really good player who exceeded expectations the most. What does that make Mahomes then? Who was, in reality, a rookie starter because he played one game last year as a starter and has lit the world on fire. The 5,000 yards in the season mark, by the way, is rarely done. Marino did it in 1984, which take note because it was 1984. That's really, really long time ago. That's how good he was that year. Drew Brees done it 5 times, 08, 11, 12, 13, and 16. Brady and Stafford have both done it, and Peyton Manning has done it. That is it. Mahomes is on pace to join that category. If he throws for 5,000 yards, as long as Chiefs don't collapse and lose every game the rest of the season, I think he's going to win NFL MVP this season. But folks, let me know who you think will win. Is it Gurley? Is it Mahomes? Is it Drew Brees? Or is it somebody else? If it's someone else, let me know in the comment section. I got my vote for Mahomes. This is who I think will win, although I still say give Drew Brees that Lifetime Achievement NFL MVP award. All right, folks, to recap my top 10 NFL MVP candidates. Mahomes at number 1. Gurley, Brees, Newton, and Phillip Rivers at number 5. And then number 6, Tom Brady, Jared Goff, Aaron Rodgers, Deshaun Watson, and Adam Thielen. Those, as we sit right now, are your top 10 NFL MVP candidates.